Yup, that's me. In a bit of a pickle again. You might be wondering how I ended up here. Well, let's back up a bit.
Come on, Kai.
Any boulderer living in New England is bound to run out of classic problems to climb. After years of climbing everything that we possibly could, we found ourselves in a slump, seeking inspiration. The two of us set about and searched the internet for hours, looking for inspiration. We watched videos of bouldering from all over the world, and found ourselves most impressed by the style of climbing coming out of the UK. We set out on a mission to find British-style boulder problems and bring a little bit of old England back to New England. The most famous British boulder problems were their finger strength test pieces. Problems like the Ace, Cipher, and the countless Gaskins problems. So our obvious first step was to find those climbs that pushed our fingers to the limit.
Oh, the wind whistles down the cold dark street tonight, and the people, they were dancing to the music vibe. And the boys chase the girls in their hair, while the shouting men who just sit way over there. And the songs they get louder, each one better than before. And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your hip is twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your hip is twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? Or where you gonna sleep tonight? So you're heading down the road in your taxi for 4, and you're waiting outside Jim's front door. But nobody's in and nobody's home till 4. So you're sitting there with nothing to do, talking about Robert Riger and his motley crew. And where you gonna go and where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? Or where you gonna sleep tonight? This is a life, and you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your hip is twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight?
Good.
I've been staring off this roof for as long as I can remember. In an unspent hour I buried in late December, when the icy winds tugging on rapid your face and detriment. The CPO swells in its dirty decadent splendor. A mere blemish in a scene seldom relished. Dogs tired and withering addicts hang at the chemist. I shrugged off the lingering grip of the psychedelics and grabbed one by his neck to examine his drab aesthetics. His skin hung like patchwork hammocks from his limbs, gaping mouth like an ink stain splattered on his chin. The sweat cascaded from his palms with a stance reminiscent of a circus bear balanced on a pin. I travelled on the whim aboard the final train to Central, to where the world's weirdest freaks and invalids assemble. Torrential rain flooded our minds with squirming invertebrates that dictate our movements through pockets of heavy turbulence. Pigs prodded a child, losers become cheaters. Strange wild beasts through buckets of lesser creatures. All the dealers either shrunk to single centimeters, burn their features off, what their connections or found Jesus. Disembodied heads in dusty corners, headless bodies inject liquor directly into their organs. The never-ending crux of a very strange performance. The beauty's in the gutters, this entire world is flawless. Yeah. Scramble for a seat at the center. Yeah, fangs on discount, wings cost extra. Still free falling on a 7-day bender. Leap from the cliff tops, wings cost extra. Still in awe of it all, tear a hole in the head, cram it full of debris, bag of souls to ingest. Primal spasm for one, peel an inch from the brain, whisk the earth to a pulp, sit and drink the remains. Air heavy with sin, name written in life, wouldn't swap it for shit. Eyes teeming with life, keep hold of your face, days mimic a dream, still chewing the sky, reboot the machine. The smell of crack wafts from the brothel beside the chicken shop, above a sewer teeming with giant beetles and killer wasps. Opposite the corner where kids gorge on forbidden slop. And when their stomachs burst, wipe their innards off and go about your business. Blind eyes in a barrel, a tycoon launches grenades at a herd of cattle. Slimy little boutiques buried beneath the gravel sell portable weapons for the killer that likes to travel. The modern mammal, a delicate balance of blood and flesh. I spat the phlegm from my mouth and swung a left past the crowd of braying patriots, dying a dozen deaths, and a crazed woman drilling a hole in her lover's chest. I saw them all smeared across my vision. You were always taught to fear the competition. The gin took a hold of the scene and pulled it apart, revealing manic pigs, slithering adders and rabid gibbons, all tearing through the hours. Fiends feed addictions, impatience rattle off an endless list of symptoms. The earth yawns and wipes the city from existence, in a mouth full of crumbling buildings and little infants. I leaned forward and ordered another double and tunneled out of my mind through a forest of fat and muscle. Fucked on every such substance you could fit atop a shovel. I text my brethren and tell her I've been staying out of trouble. Yeah right. Scramble for a seat at the center. Yeah, fangs on discount, wings cost extra.
Something wasn't quite right. We realized that finger strength oriented climbing was something we already had in New England. Watching videos of British bouldering, we noticed that people were heel hooking in some crazy ways, so the next thing we tried to replicate was the British affinity for tricky and counterintuitive heel hooks. Press and just like get myself a little higher. Yeah, baby.
Thanks, Kai.
We knew heel hooking was a step in the right direction, but now it was time to take on the more properly British elements. Mantles, slabs, and generally technical climbing.
What you calling it?
That's not a rock climb.
On and on, it's right.
the worst possible warm-up. Yeah, slopey bulge. Yeah, we cleaned it up because we're sick and we're really good at developing, and this one really fits with our gritstone ethic.
Yeah. We're looking for a British style. It is.
So this is the crux hold. Pretty gnarly. Really small, sharp crimp. And you have to do a rather big lock off of it. Maybe using the slopey intermediate. Yeah. Come on. Push and go. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Up and over. Come on. No, dude. I'm falling off there.
Yes, dude. Come on. Yeah, come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
My father said what I had become.
It's actually a 4-finger hold.
One should be.
Ultimate devastation.
Outside.
Yeah. Somewhere in a hyper ballad. Choose a chapter and then write it backwards. I was skimming through an unevolved lover's loaves, laughing as the metaphysics dried and fractured. Summertime and life is lavish, acting like a prince in Paris. It was only when I walked the line through wintertime that every single vital sign of life had vanished. Somewhere in a hyper ballad, 2 drunkards in a quiet carriage. I was searching through my camera roll in search of something tangible when acting like a true romantic. Wintertime and life is savage, darkness on my mind to manage. You would slow the goals and hyperboles with wisdom that define the way your mind controlled the lies we bandaged. Somewhere in a hyper ballad, searching for a rightful passage. I was working every single night, adrift on the district line, powdering my sinus passage. Autumn's here and life is manic, former victories laying the granite. I was sifting through my soul, descending further down the hole I spent the summer seasons climbing out of. Somewhere in a hyper ballad, paint a picture and admire it backwards. I was speeding down the sunset strip, waiting for the sun to dip, drinking to deny the damage. Spring is here and life has had it, popping pills and violet tablets. I was posted in the library load, searching through the binary code, trying to find a line to crack it. Somewhere in a hyper ballad, super fucking high on acid. I was sat inside a motor wind, waiting for the phone to ring, and spilled out on a tiny mattress. Summer's here and life is magic.
Officials at the International Star Registry admitted to a clerical error today involving the newly selected name given to the star at the center of our solar system, Margaret Draheim. Registry Chairman Eric Stravos is urging citizens to, quote, go with the flow for now until the paperwork can be sorted out.
We hope to have the whole situation figured out by Saturday or at the very latest Margaret Day.
In the meantime, scientists advise the continued use of Margaret block while out of doors, and by all means to avoid staring directly into Margaret.
It might not have been cool, per se, but one undeniable fact of British bouldering was that topping out was not a requirement. With that in mind, we went out and found some drop-offs of our own.
I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town.
The most inspiring part of the British bouldering scene were the earth-shattering, breathtaking, pants-shitting highballs. Now that we had our other British-style skills trained up, we were ready to take those on. We got our mental game in check by warming up on some easier highball classes.
Yeah!
Like a leaf clings to a tree.
Get up to that chibble. Yes. Have it. Have it, mate.
New Englanders don't necessarily have the best highball head.
No. Brett, please. I got you. Brett, I'm dead. I got you.
We were a little shooken up after watching our friend Troy's fall, but despite this, we were feeling warmed up and ready to push it on some harder, taller climbs.
What I have in heaven held. You called, not came, stay tall through it all. Falling fixture, just the same thing.
Great job.
A little spicy up there.
Say nothing of my fable. No, what on earth is left to come? Who's agonized, Lord, through it all? I'm underneath the tongue. I'm standing in the street now, and I carry his guitar. And I can't recall it lightly at all.
Good one, mate.
But I know I'm going in. Too much for me to pick up. Lots of work, forgiveness in. We've galvanized.
our highball game feeling good, we turned our attentions to a project that had been hiding in plain sight. A daring 20-foot slab standing over a tiered landing.
Oh! Got you. Woo!
Stab it out there.
Come on, left foot up.
Stab the left foot. Come on, Dan. That's it.
Come on, Dan.
This had to be the most British style thing we'd tried yet, but we just could not put it together. Eventually, the high falls, biting crimps, and miserable British weather, not to mention our shit accents, started to take a toll, and we found ourselves failing left and right.
Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, come on. Easy. Yeah, dude, come on. No.
We tried to take on some more impressive highballs, but things were not coming together. Failure is a big part of climbing, but there were a couple of lines that we just could not give up on.
Come on. Good, dude.
I want you, thin fingers. I wanted you, thin fingernails. And when you bend backwards, I wanted you. I needed you, to make me better.
It's like climbing in a dream. With these lines complete, our journey into metaphorical England had come to a close. It was time to move on to new adventures.
Y'all be frontin', man.